Entering into the court process as a man in our modern world is unfair, and we hear this over and over again. We hear about the tragedies, the horror stories, and all these different things. But for me, in coaching thousands of guys, including having my own horror stories that go through the court system and getting them to a point where they can be fathers and get power in the court system, I can tell you one thing: you have to understand the process. And it's one of the hardest things, because you may think you're being a good dad, you may think that this is how things are determined in court and fairness is just awarded and whatever, but you're walking into a shark tank. Man, there's so much that goes with it. You can't see your kids, you're going crazy. Your ex is attacking you, she's making up false claims, you're going crazy. You want fairness. So let me tell you what is important about this fairness. You need to understand first how custody is determined and awarded in your state. You have to understand that and the laws and how they're written out. You may not understand it, you need help with it. Join the Rising Man, look at what we have, all that sort of stuff. We have as many resources as possible for you to get on the phone with another father, including myself, who's worked through this. But then in addition to all of that, you then need to start looking at how these are ruled upon in your court. So you got to go down and watch family court. It's very important. You have to understand that. And then the other thing too is, I would say, get consultations with attorneys. Whether they're free or paid, it'll be some of the best money you spend if you pay for it and you're organized with your questions beforehand on how to handle this. Guys, you need to be prepared. You have a responsibility to your kids, your future, your life, to be able to organize in a court system to dominate, do good, to get these things, to have an unfair system presented in front of you and do it right. And I get that there's going to be comments in here saying, I hired attorneys, I did all the things you said, and it's still screwed up. This happens. But I guarantee you, if you have a hive mind of 10 to 15 guys that have been through this, that you can access 24/7 a day, like you have in my communities, you're going to save a huge amount of money, you're going to get leverage, and you're going to be able to be the father that you were born to be instead of the father that the American court systems are making you be. All right. Talk to you guys soon.